Deliver.
Quality information straight from Capitol Hill. Only on WZMQ 19 News.
Hi, I'm Jim Koski, and join me Mondays for Life in the 906.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Kevin Hodge. Tonight on your WZMQ 19 News, a popular park in Marquette is shut down for the time being as crews look to clean up the damage caused by this recent string of winter weather. Plus, for women interested in getting out on the ice for some fishing this season, there's an upcoming clinic in Delta County to go over some tips and tricks. And the Upper Michigan ice races are taking place every Saturday from January to March in Gwinn. We'll have a preview. Your 19 News at 6 starts now.
Live from the UP, this is WZMQ 19 News at 6.
Thank you for joining us, everyone. After significant storm damage, Marquette's Tourist Park is closed until further notice. Per the city's Parks and Recreation Office, high winds from earlier this week have led to multiple fallen trees and widespread debris. While crews are currently assessing the damage and working to remove these hazards, visitors are asked to avoid the park as well as its off-leash area at this time. The city will provide updates as cleanup progresses and will reopen the park when these conditions clear. With the cold temperatures we've had recently, if you live near Little Bay de Noc, you've likely seen dozens of people ice fishing on the frozen water. Our Escanaba Bureau reporter Lily Simmons tells us about an upcoming event designed to help female anglers feel more confident on the ice.
I've been ice fishing out here for years, and most of the time I just see men out there.
To get more females involved in ice fishing, the founder of Upper Michigan Women Anglers launched a women's ice fishing clinic last year in Gladstone. The free clinic returns January 9th through 11th, and it's meeting a large demand.
I had about 35 people attending the clinic last year, and I had 10 instructors. This year, the clinic is more than double. It's definitely been a need.
Women learn the essentials of ice fishing, including one of the aspects that makes some people apprehensive: ice safety.
You don't need to be afraid of it, but you do need to respect ice. It's always changing, so knowing what to look for, how to check ice.
Delta County Search and Rescue personnel will give an in-depth presentation on what to be aware of and share their expertise.
They'll go through the gear, go through all the things with checking ice. We are very fortunate to have these people here to help us if, there's an emergency.
The rest of the weekend will include sessions on fish habits, rigging and knots, and selecting the proper rod and line for each species.
We have ultralights, lights, medium lights to heavies and so on. When to use monofilament, fluorocarbon, braid, how to attach a leader without a swivel.
On the final day, attendees will get to use the information and skills they've learned while ice fishing themselves. By bringing so many women to the area and getting businesses involved, organizers say the clinic also provides a nice boost to the local economy.
We are at Bayshore Bait and Hideaway. Down the road we have Bayview Bait and Tackle. We're going to stop for lunch at the Rapid River Pub. A lot of our ladies are staying at Hillcrest Motel, Vagabond Resort. It's a team effort, it really is.
That collaboration enables experienced women anglers to help newcomers achieve independence on the ice.
It's about teaching women that it's okay to go out on your own. It's okay to go ice fishing. Knowledge is really key. It's just helping ladies get out there and make fishing more accessible. It's all about just helping each other.
Reporting in Gladstone, Lily Simmons, WZMQ 19 News.
We'll have registration information for the clinic at WZMQ19.com. The roar of engines is back on the ice in Forsyth Township. The Upper Michigan Ice Racing Association officially kicks off its season tomorrow. Racers in multiple age classes will compete on specially adapted motorcycles and quad cycles on a quarter-mile oval of solid ice. Organizers say safety remains the top priority as the season gets underway. Races will take place each Saturday at 10 a.m. through March 10th, with the last Saturday of each month being held at night. A donation of $5 is requested at the gate.
It is something to see. It's the bigger bikes are incredibly fast. The first time you see them, it will make you stand up and say, holy cow, I didn't know they would go that fast. I don't think some of those guys think right, but to each their own.
Underwood notes there will be no vendors on site in the hope that people will stock up at local establishments. Your first warning weather forecast is after the break. Plus, a bike shop in Marquette is opening a second location in Ishpeming. We'll see what they have to offer. And later, several timeless classics are set to hit the public domain this year. We'll have the details, and we'll be back in 2 minutes.
Shop our huge selection of Amish crafted dining room sets at Kirkish Furniture in Houghton. Browse our large in-stock collection and customize with a special order. With 1-year no-interest financing available, plus free delivery. Shop Kirkish Furniture today.
Closed captioning sponsored by Range Bank of Upper Michigan.
New CBS February 23rd.
Have you ever told a lie?
Are you serious? Wasn't lying part of the job description of CIA? My partner can be a little by the book.
FBI, open up.
You guys work in the open, we work in the shadows.
We both do it to keep our country safe.
Exactly. Nice work, partner.
CIA. The mission begins CBS Monday, February 23rd.
My mom is a veteran and she was injured in the line of duty.
I hurt my leg in a training accident when she was only 2 years old.
She had 7 different surgeries over the span of 9 years, and there were tons of complications.
I'm doing much better now. I'm an active part of my kids' lives.
She can kick a mean soccer ball.
Through thick and thin, DAV's been there for me and my family.
Every year, DAV helps more than 1 million veterans like Sandy get the health and disability benefits they've earned.
My victory is getting my life back.
Support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
Home for CBS is WZMQ 19.
Tonight's weather is brought to you by Shunk Furniture.
It's Shunk's store-wide clearance. It's that time of year when we clear out our showrooms. Big discounts on hundreds of items. In our Smith Brothers showroom, there's a large selection of sofas, love seats, and chairs, and recliners that have to be cleared out. There's big discounts on Flexsteel leather reclining furniture, too. Get 57% off this group. You'll save on Amish dining room in oak, maple, or cherry. Quality that will last a lifetime. It's Shunk's store-wide clearance with 2 stores to shop, hundreds of specially tagged items. Shop Shunk's in Marquette today.
Now, WZMQ TV 19 First Warning Weather with meteorologist Kelly Rowland.
And welcome back. We are just making our way through the new year. So let's take a look at what we're leaving in 2025. This was, of course, the final month, December, and we averaged out with a temperature for the month at 16.1 degrees. And from the normal, that's down 4 degrees and about 53.8 inches of snow. Typically for the entire month, we would get about 40 for the month. So that's, of course, above average. The record snowfall for the month of December happened back in 2000 at 89.5 inches. So there's typically always something that's more in terms of it wasn't a record-breaking December by any means, but still a notable amount of snowfall, and we were below average. We were also below average for the temperature today, high temperature of 12, and the average is 23 with just 1/10 of an inch of snow. So again, it's not as much as the snow right now as it is the cold, and you get that typical, even with the northwestern wind, things get cooled down, so that's what we're dealing with right now. But regionally and just a wider view, not much going on, so that's good news if you're looking to travel anywhere for the weekend. And a closer look here at our Doppler Max. Again, not much going on for tonight. We're going to end the week with just calm conditions. Temperatures right now about 10 for Marquette, Escanaba, Iron Mountain, 6 out to Ironwood. So it's overall a cold night, but we know that, and that's pretty typical for January now. The wind gusts are still up, especially out to Hancock, about 30-mile-per-hour wind gusts. So that's, of course, cooling things down. The feels like temperatures probably single digits and sub-zero right now. But we made it to the weekend. It's the first weekend of 2026, and this is what we're kind of looking at overall, starting with your first warning weather futurecast. Mostly cloudy skies in the overnight, not going to see too much snow. Most of it does hold off, but there will likely be a light flurry or two for your day for tomorrow. But then the bigger change would be for Sunday. This is going to be our next big snowmaker, and that's for Sunday night into Monday morning. Looks like a late Sunday night into early Monday morning type of situation. So before that, if we look at the snow totals from anywhere tonight until Saturday night now, not much. A light dusting, maybe an inch, inch and a half. Our best chance is through Munising and up to Eagle Harbor, maybe 3-4 inches. But then if we look at the potential for Sunday night into Monday, that's where we could get some additional few inches of snow. You can already see it wanting to come into the view here again Sunday night into Monday. But this is also what we're going to be looking forward to, a little January thaw that we have going on. Not quite yet, but then once we get the shift in the winds Sunday into Monday, that's when we get some much warmer temperatures, and you'll see it on the 7-day in just a second. But a January thaw means it's going to get warmer, and if we look at the 6 to 10-day temperature outlook, things are pointing to some well above average temperatures. The average high in the lower 20s, and we're going to be seeing finally above that. Not quite for the weekend, but as we look towards the next week, we gradually climb things up, and we could be looking at about 40 degrees by next Thursday.
Kelly, thank you very much. A new storefront in downtown Ishpeming is calling on all skaters, scooters, and bikers. Bates Bikes of Marquette is kicking off 2026 by opening a new location on South Main Street. Bates Bikes and Boards features a wide selection of skating equipment along with safety gear and repair services, all just a few blocks from Ishpeming's new skate park. The owner says the new spot is an exciting way to expand its services on top of the company's growing popularity in Marquette.
So we're all things e-bikes in Marquette, sales, service, rentals, we've got that tackled. But I wanted to expand the variety of product that we had. We want to make sure that we're fulfilling the roles as a skate shop in Ishpeming, but also Negaunee and Marquette.
The shop will be open on Saturdays from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., but plans to open at least 5 days a week in the summer. Coming up next, President Trump is moving quickly towards completion of the planned ballroom at the White House, and the oldest baby boomers are set to hit 80 years old this year. All that and more when we come back.
When you need a body shop, skip the corporate shops and outside investors. Go with your hometown body shop, Superior Collision. Our family opened Superior Collision in 2002, and we're still the ones who own and operate it today. Some places talk about community. We actually stand with our community, donating monthly back into Marquette County. When you need collision repair, choose Superior Collision, your local hometown body shop.
Who will be there when there are voices that need to be heard? Who will be there when amazing rises up? Or a need for a warning comes falling down? Who will be our ears and our eyes? Will you? Start a career in the broadcasting industry. There's a whole world of opportunities waiting for you, whether it's on air as an anchor or reporter, or behind the scenes as a producer, engineer, sales rep, or more. Our close-knit team brings the truth to light, elevates voices, responds in times of need, encourages diversity, and builds community. Come be there as history unfolds to deliver the news, the information, and the entertainment that Michigan needs. Bring your talents and creativity to the broadcasting industry. Be there. Go to BeThereMichigan.com to get started.
For more than 30 years, our community has come through, building affordable homes, making critical repairs, and building ramps for those who need a little help and a little hope. Habitat for Humanity volunteers produce amazing results treasured forever. You could be our next hero. Volunteers are needed to provide affordable housing in Marquette County. Join in. Sign up. It's easy. Go to UpersUnited.com or use the QR code shown here. A public service message of Habitat for Humanity and WZMQ TV 19. You're watching WZMQ 19 News, live and local, with Kevin Hodge.
Welcome back, everyone. The Trump administration is trying to move quickly through the review process to get the White House ballroom project underway. Aaron Navarro is at the White House with more on that, plus what President Trump is saying today about the state of his health.
President Trump's motorcade left his Florida estate Friday morning. The White House said he stopped at a store to buy, with his own money, marble and onyx for the ballroom he's planning to have built at the White House.
It'll be the most beautiful ballroom, and it'll handle inaugurations.
The Trump administration still needs to get final approval from two boards that oversee federal construction. A White House official tells CBS News it is aiming to get the go-ahead for the controversial $400 million donor-funded project as early as March, which would clear the way for construction to start a month later. According to the National Park Service assessment, construction is expected to wrap up in the summer of 2028, less than a year before President Trump leaves office. The commander-in-chief is also defending the state of his health. In a social media post Friday, he wrote White House doctors have just reported that I'm in perfect health, adding that he aced his cognitive examination. Meanwhile, millions of Americans now face sharp jumps in their healthcare premiums after Affordable Care Act subsidies expired January 1st.
It is $200 more than what I was paying.
Michelle Phillips of Georgia, who cares for her aging mother, says out-of-pocket costs have also gone up.
For the pharmacy was $15 for generic. It's now $25 for generic.
President Trump has long advocated for healthcare funds to go directly to individuals, not insurance companies. But the White House has yet to release a formal plan.
The House of Representatives is expected to vote this month on a plan to extend the government subsidies after 4 moderate Republicans joined Democrats to force a vote. The holidays may be over, but the holiday travel rush isn't. The first Friday of the new year is one of the busiest days, with an estimated 47,000 U.S. flights taking off. This holiday travel season is also one for the record books, with more than 122 million Americans on the move. Air travelers were urged to allow extra time. For some, taking one of the first flights of the day is a proven strategy.
I usually take the early flights because I know the planes are here, right? If they travel throughout the day, they kind of get lagged behind and more susceptible to delays, so morning time.
The TSA projects 44.3 million travelers will have been screened at airport checkpoints from December 19th through January 4th. The baby boomer generation hits an octogenarian milestone. The oldest baby boomers are set to turn 80 this year. According to the Brookings institution, that is, the number of people 80 and older will double in 20 years, and experts say the influx of an aging population could strain economic growth because there will be fewer workers. There are also concerns about who will care for all of those boomers.
There's going to reach a point that we're not so active, and there's a lot of us. And I worry that that's going to be a problem, that society as a whole isn't going to be ready for a
According
whole
to the White House,
generation
there were
of-
about 34 seniors for every 100 working age people last year. That ratio is predicted to jump up to 50 seniors per 100 working age people in about 30 years. The new year brings a chance to revive some old classics. In the United States, copyright protection expires after 95 years. A few years ago, the original black and white Mickey Mouse from Steamboat Willie hit the public domain, and this year some other cartoon classics plus legendary movies and art also became available. Bradley Blackburn takes a look.
The film All Quiet on the Western Front entered new territory in 2026. The 1930 Best Picture winner is now in the public domain, meaning it's no longer protected by copyright. There are other works available too, from songs like Georgia on My Mind, Georgia, to comic strips like Blondie, and original versions of some characters. Mickey's dog Pluto was initially called Rover. And when Betty Boop first popped on screen, she had dog ears.
Some of these characters change and develop over time. And so it's only the first iterations, you might want to call them Betty Boop 1.0 or Pluto 1.0, that are in the public domain.
Duke professor and intellectual property law expert Jennifer Jenkins leads a team that tracks down copyright records every year.
Looking at these works is like a time capsule, and you realize that the memory of the Roaring '20s was fresh, but we were in the midst of the Great Depression.
Classic books include The Little Engine That Could, the first 4 Nancy Drew novels, and Agatha Christie's The Murder at the Vicarage. Even the original FIFA World Cup trophy is now fair game.
What can artists and creators do with these works now that they're in the public domain?
artists and creators can use these works in their own creations without having an army of lawyers, without having to worry about a lawsuit, without having to track down the original copyright owners.
Oh, we're birds of a different feather.
Jenkins says Access helps push art forward and generate big new ideas like Wicked, based on public domain characters from the Wizard of Oz book.
You can see the public domain all around you. It's a wellspring of creativity.
A fresh start for some classic works.
What ends up in the public domain can be confusing. Speaking of the Wizard of Oz, the book has been available since 1956, so the characters are available. But the ruby red slippers and green skin from the 1939 movie are still copyrighted for another few years. Mike Ludlam is next with your sports highlights. He'll bring us today's action between NMU and Davenport as they square off in men's basketball. We'll be right back.
Tonight, what killed a hiker on a Colorado trail? Investigators suspected was a mountain lion. We'll have details on the precautions wildlife officials are now taking. And the rush home is a messy one for millions of travelers. We'll have the latest and your forecast. That's ahead on the CBS Evening News.
This team was designed to be the last line of defense in the region.
Casey, I could sure use another door kicker.
I'll drive.
We do this job because others can't.
U.S. Marshal, don't move!
Guess the training wheels are off.
This unit is forged in the fire.
To the protectors.
Marshals, new series, CBS Sunday, March 1st, and streaming on Paramount Plus.
This movie is so funny.
From the anticipated film Anaconda, Tandy Way Newton's wild stories.
I know, it sounds weird, but it isn't.
Plus actor Jonas Kibriak, then a true inspiration.
To me, it's being able to help someone out.
On J-Hud.
The Jennifer Hudson Show, Monday at 4 on WZMQ CBS. Followed by the Kelly Clarkson Show at 5 and 19 News at 6.
Pure Outdoor is the first program dedicated to increasingly popular outdoor and eco sports. Individual and adventurous. Journey to the world's most exotic, breathtaking locations. Pure Outdoor.
I'm Drew Carey from The Price is Right here on TV 19.
Tonight's sports is brought to you by the Window Store.
Andersen brand products are #1 in quality, and the Window Store is your local Andersen expert for installation and service of all Andersen windows and doors. From showroom to your home. Andersen Windows and Doors at the Window Store. Andersen is the #1 trusted window and door brand. The Window Store is the Upper Peninsula's clear choice for windows and doors. Now that's a perfect fit. From showroom to your home, Andersen Windows and Doors at the Window Store.
Good evening, everyone. The 12th ranked NMU women's basketball team is looking to start the new year on the right foot. Casey Thousands Club hosts the Davenport Panthers. We will pick up the action with the Wildcats leading 16-14 in the second quarter. CJ Romero is in charge of the Wildcats offense. She locates JC Weisbrod, and the triple try is true, and the applause from the bench is no longer than normal because Weisbrod went over the 1,000 point mark for her career with that basket. Negauni's Alyssa Hill had another solid outing, gets her defender to bounce all over the place before hitting the banker. Hill had 12 points and 7 rebounds. The unsung hero of the game was Berica's Reed Osterman. She grabbed a team-high 8 rebounds. She also had a couple of assists, this one to Hill for the bucket. 33-22 Wildcats. Davenport called time out. Now, the Panthers ran a pretty good play after the break. Nevaeh Williams, 2 Menominees, Anna Axtell. 3-pointers good. She had 8 points and a team leading 6 rebounds. End of the half. Faith Walder gets her defender leaning the wrong way, hits the layup. She had 8. 11 Wildcats scored. They were ahead 37-28 at the half, dashed away to the 73-46 victory. NMU out-rebounded Davenport 51-30. The Wildcats host defending national champion Grand Valley State tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Moving right along to the men's game, where NMU head coach Matt Makerzek appears unhappy. Trust me, he wasn't. The Wildcats scored the first 16 points of the contest. Then Trevor Polite on the second try gets it to Dylan Keel. The banker is good. Next Wildcat possession, Brooks Hinson will spot Keel behind the arc. Yes, and the foul. Keel made the free throw, 35-16 NMU. Sam Privet knows who has the hot hand, give it to Keel, drives, draws contact, another hoop and harm. Keel scored 21 of the Wildcats' first 41 points. He ended up with 33 points in 28 minutes, 5 for 5 behind the three-point line. Oh yeah, Sam Klesmet did well too. He had 24, a program record 21 three-pointers for the Wildcats. They won 101-65 and will host Grand Valley State tomorrow at 3 o'clock. The day did not go as well for Michigan Tech. Grand Valley State won the women's game 73-53. Escanabas Nicole Kameen had 11 points and 4 assists. Negauni's Ella Mason had 20 points for the Huskies. The men lose a tough one to Grand Valley, 79-75. Josh Terrian had 19 points, 3 others in double figures. Lake Superior State women fall short to Purdue Northwest 70-66. 4 players in double figures. Grace Bradford with 14 points and 9 rebounds. The men did a nice job, though. Harrison Sorrell, 29. Omar Suleiman had 19. 85-65 Lake State over Purdue Northwest. High school basketball. I have no idea if Dollar Bay and Marquette have ever met on the court, but the Blue Bolts visited the Sentinels this afternoon. How long did the opening basket take? About 3 seconds. Brody Clements with the bucket. He scored Marquette's first 6. For the Blue Bolts, Caleb Kentala, Liam Turtelot with the triple. Dollar Bay ahead by a penny, 3-2. Then Liam Turtelot gets the ball to Caleb Kentala. He finds Baron Colbert with the high-arcing 3, and the Blue Bolts tie the game at 6. Moments later, Ford Richardson with the pick and roll with Connor Firestein for an easy basket. Marquette pulled away to win this one, 92-54. Let's go back to the Sugar Bowl last night between Ole Miss and Georgia. This game went back and forth for quite a while. We'll pick up the action in quarter number 3, where former Ferris State national champion quarterback Trinidad Chambliss will hit Harrison Wallace III for 44 yards and a first down, needless to say. And a short time later, Kewan Lacey would go 6 yards for the touchdown. The 2-point conversion was good, and Ole Miss had the 27-24 lead. And the band is happy. Their fans are pretty happy about that, too. Next, for the Rebels, it's Chambliss. 13th pass completion in a row, 18 yards to Zachariah Branch, and a 34-31 lead for the this is the Georgia touchdown coming up here. There we are, 18 yards, 34-31 Rebels. Then with the tied score tied at 34. It's a bit good, but that's all, folks. Almost that way. A good pass by Chambliss gets the ball in good position. Lucas Carnero, his 3rd field goal from 47 yards. Ole Miss wins this one by the score of 39-34. Get up there, and boom. We'll be right back.
Do you wonder if you can predict winning Michigan lottery numbers by knowing which numbers were drawn before? That's actually a myth. Truth is, no matter how many times the number has been drawn before, it has an equal chance of being drawn again. There's no way to know. So, know the facts. If it stops being a game, call the helpline or visit our website. Knowing your limits is always the best bet.
Save big money this new year at Menards. Get organized with Closet Culture Closet Kits. Find the size and style you need to match any home decor. This closet kit is $372.55 right now. Save big on Knauf fiberglass insulation. From cut-to-length rolls to pre-cut bats and blow-in insulation. Menards has everything you need to add comfort and energy efficiency to your home. Get this R11 craft-based roll on sale now for $11.99.
Save big money at Menards.
On the next Kelly Clarkson Show. Has June ever dated a coworker? Yes.
I love stage managers.
With Scarlett Johansson and June Squibb. Are you turning, is it 96?
Yes.
She's awesome.
Want to come to my birthday party?
Yes.
I usually do a dinner. The food did not stop.
My kind of party.
The Kelly Clarkson Show, Monday at 5 on WZMQ CBS.
What's bothering Archie?
Politics. What the Supreme Court says ain't got nothing to do with the law. Goldfish. Come on now, I draw the line on goldfish.
All in the Family, Sundays from 8 to 10 on WZMQ Me TV.
And a final look at your forecast. We'll take a look at the handy-dandy Doppler Max. Really nothing going on. And for tomorrow's temperatures, we'll keep things fairly below average, not by too much, but lower 20s. But don't you worry, there are some warmer temperatures in store, looking at a really nice thaw once we get into next week.
Kelly, thank you again. And that's it for now, everyone. We'll see you later tonight.
It's one of the busiest travel days of the holiday season as millions of Americans are